NRG has a history of making bold roster moves. Squishy Muffins in place of Turbo was a massive one, Turtle. And I just want to ask you straight up, do you think Squishy has done a good job of filling the shoes of Turbo Pulsa?
I mean, if you had asked me at the beginning of the split, I would have been hesitant. But as these guys have progressed as a team, they developed their own play style. Squishy has been fitting in wonderfully. That's why everybody now has the respect for this NRG roster. Earlier on, we were like, we don't know how to place these guys. They're not winning against the top 4 teams. But that has been changed so far as the rest of this split has gone on. NRG looking like the most dominant team in North America.
An in-person LAN got the title, but that was with Turbo. So that is... You know, though, I think really Shogun was talking about it on break. Once we get back to those land situations. Oh, hold on a second. Justin with the double tap to start out game 1.
Oh, man. And the defense already looking shaky on the side of the Peeps solution with a big miss in the midfield against NRG. You have got to find a challenge almost every single time because these guys are so fast, so quick to punish. NRG, they love playing that game where they don't even have to force their own opportunity. Instead, just wait for a mistake, and they're there to capitalize.
We'll be able to prowl around, going for this pass off the ceiling from Illusion, but Garrett shuts that down. Now some open space. Garrett, the net was open. He only had enough for a backboard pass, and it's saved. Somehow Gyro predicted the trajectory of that shot on the offensive end to get that ball in a spot where NRG couldn't counterattack. And as the counterattack comes through, Squishy in position for that pass, and now the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and this is something we were waiting for with the earlier clear from Garrett G, where he wanted to find a teammate. Nobody was up, but this time Squishy's lurking on the other side, waiting for that hit. Justin slots it in perfectly, leads him into that pass, which is the big deal, so that way Squishy can get all the power he wants. A booming shot, and he nails it.
It's not going to be enough. NRG hit the ball away from net. A team bump from Gyro and Illusion. The ball touches the ground, and NRG will take game 1.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good from the Peeps, and I don't want to disrespect them at all because the Peeps, they have their moments now. A double commit from NRG, but it doesn't even matter. Justin has the cleanup. You send 2 players at the ball and still get a goal.
Yeah, and this one, AJ was on the back wall, but had no boost to deal with it. And the light shot from Justin, that was enough. It wasn't a hard shot, but it didn't need to be. AJ was flying across the net with no boost. Another quick goal at the hands of Justin. NRG find themselves defending on the lead. And now the pass from Justin, and Garrett will finish. NRG are in form.
These kickoffs have been going in the way of NRG so well. And Justin, he scooped that ball perfectly into the midfield. The passing has been on point. Normally we expect Justin to be the guy who's receiving a lot of these hits, going for those crazy 1v1 plays. But this time, he's the playmaker, setting everybody up. Even in the last game, to get that security, we saw him bang it all the way over to Squishy. This time, it's Garrett G on the other side.
Passes from Justin. Pardon me. Justin is one of those players that really can swing a series, and he is such an impact player. We're already seeing that as he scores this one up. The pass from Squishy. Justin is popping off.
Yeah, and we're looking at the defense right now from the Peeps. Gyro's running back. He has a little bit of boost in the tank. He needs to go for an instant challenge because his teammate just went for that 50. He doesn't have any boost. He's rotating back. Nobody's there from the Peeps to challenge. NRG, the speed at how they rotate towards the ball.
Stay in the play. Illusion comes to help him out, and Garrett will poke it down to the corner. Second attempt off the backboard. Justin, the shot bounces right in. 4-0. NRG is crushing the Peeps.
Yeah, this positional awareness for the Peeps is what's plaguing them. You have to get a challenge earlier on because at NRG, they're banging it off the backboard, expecting a pass to come out. The Peeps can't match that speed and get up to the shot. They're giving away so much free real estate to NRG. And again, off the kickoff,
what is
NRG?
This? Oh my goodness.
So dominant at the start of this.
We are 2 minutes into this, about 2 minutes. Yeah. AJ has 8 points. NRG has 5 goals. What is this game?
I have no idea. And it's weird because NRG, I've noticed they struggle the most in these quarterfinal situations. You know, they had a close series against Xted in that regional. They won.
Goodness.
The kickoffs. What is happening? This is destruction on the side of the Peeps.
I don't even know what's worse than destruction.
Wow.
This is incineration.
Yeah. It's just dust. At this point, the defense is left in dust, James.
Sound passed over to Illusion, but Illusion side flipped, and now he's out of rotation. Garrett with the 50.
Oh, the bump too.
The flick and the goal from Garrett G.
It's too much. Every single angle is coming at you from NRG. You've got the bumps. You've got the passing from the sidewalls. Garrett G with the solo flicks after Gyro had gotten bumped. That's what opened up that little corner pocket for him to slot in. NRG, this is the most dominant I think we've ever seen them in a quarterfinals matchup.
NRG keeps punishing them. It's brutal.
It's really tough to watch, too. Oh, and here's
Justin,
another one.
A double hat trick. 6 goals for Justin.
We don't even get the Brazil anymore. There was a Brazil previously when these guys faced off in a best of 7 against the Peeps, and now we've gone even farther in 8-0 scoreline here in game 2. There were 3 minutes left. How many goals were there? Like 5 already? We've been breaking it down. The Peeps still can't get one. Gyro doesn't even have the controller in his hand at this point. They need to reset going into game 3.
To the corner. Clear from AJ, and that'll touch the ground.
Wow.
And for the Peeps, they can finally move on from this game. NRG with an 8-0 win.
Yeah.
And that is a rare scoreline. Garrett will pop it up. Gyro, awkward ball. He does get there in time. And AJ with the 50. That was a frightening moment, though, Turtle. From Gyro, Turtle. That has gotten so much space. And now Gyro with the demo.
There we go.
Illusion. That drought is over. Illusion with that goal will get the first lead and the first goal that the Peeps have had this series.
Yeah, it took that 50 to launch into the corner. Then Gyro snipes out the defender. Opens up a small window. Here we got the Peeps, a bounce back. That is huge for their mentality, too, because you come off a game where you don't even get a goal and you get absolutely obliterated. You come here, you're stronger than NRG, and you get the first goal. You're not even worried about the last game.
Disappointing for Garrett not being able to do more there, especially when there was a demo on the goal line.
Oh, no. Oh, Illusion still slow. It's the same issue. He even had boost this time, but was far too slow to react off of that backboard bounce.
And it's tough to blame him, too. He was left holding the bag after the miss from AJ. Wow. I think he might have been expecting a touch there from his teammate, but when that didn't happen, he was out of position. And NRG, they tie this game up with less than a minute left to go. And Justin will boom it downfield. Garrett, you thought he might be able to keep it up there, Turtle, but I guess he decided overtime was a better option.
Take the cake. I expect probably a demo from one side.
And if you're trying to swing a series back in your favor, an overtime win, that would do it. But now they're in trouble. Squishy with the shot saved from AJ. Rebound out to Garrett. Garrett gets the flip reset. Off the backboard now for Justin, a light shot, and that'll be saved from AJ. And that was a very effective play from Gyro. Stuck with that ball and won it downfield. That could have been very bad if Gyro doesn't get a second effort on that, Turtle.
Yeah, I was getting so nervous watching that for the Peeps. But now AJ, that's it. In the corner, AJ, the solo play. They have bounced back from that previous game.
Illusion waiting as AJ feeds him in the middle. NRG, they falter at that final moment, and the Peeps cling to life, and maybe, just maybe, we might see something happen.
He had a pre-jump an earlier one. They handled an onslaught of mechanics from NRG. Let's see if they can do it again. It's going to be difficult. Squishy now. He's got the placement. No, he doesn't off the post. It's not going to go in. The cleanup from Justin. It's fine. I thought it was going to go in. How are these guys getting these saves?
Oh, my, the Peeps on the goal line. That was unlikely. Peeps, Turtle, they are resilient.
Yeah, this defense, I'm telling you, man, they are determined to get every save possible. And they're also determined to get the first goal yet again in this game. Garrett G doesn't get the touch. It bounce out of the midfield, and AJ, the snipe.
And this was a perfect shot, splitting the defenders. Justin couldn't get there. It was right where it needed to be. AJ, even on low boost with that shot, that was absolutely perfect.
It doesn't look like anything flashy, but in terms of the defense, that is the most important part for the Peeps. And now they're a little bit slow to get the aerial. Yet again, the backboard exploitation from NRG gets them a goal.
And that was a very good touch from Garrett. He was in a position where the ball was contested. Not only does he win that, but he gets a hard bounce off the backboard. Justin, it wasn't the most precisely placed shot, but it was with enough power to get past the defense regardless. Ball pinching across the middle. Justin with the shot off the post. Is it in? No! AJ will pinch it out, and the Peeps stay alive on the goal line yet again.
Oh my goodness. I'm feeling for Justin. He read that play beautifully, saw the slide. Maybe he'll get the double tap here to make up for it. No, AJ again. The saves. He got the pre-jump in the previous game. Now he's coming out here. He gets the post save and squeezes it out. Now the follow-up after the double touch attempt from Justin. The final 5 seconds, James.
Oh. Will we see overtime? Yes, we will. The Peeps won in overtime in Game 3. Game 4, their tournament life is on the line. Can they do it again? Justin got a light touch that got it down to Squishy. The flick denied. Garrett, airborne, backward pass. Justin, a weak shot, but everyone goes. Collisions in front of net.
Midfield pass.
Squishy infield to Justin. Justin shot finds its target. And NRG, they stop the bleeding, get the win, and they're moving on to the semis.
We've been waiting for it. The Justin Squishy duo up top. Squishy, great recognition to go for a slower pass in the midfield instead of banging it off the backboard where I believe there was a defender position. NRG, after that huge game win in Game 2, it looked a little bit shaky. The Peeps prevailed a bit with their defense, but overall, it's almost impossible to handle that pressure from NRG without slipping up once, James.